Namaste. Today we are discussing about the model answer key of SET examination which was held on 7th April 2024. Subject English. I have prepared model answer key. So there are 100 questions. So I have got question set A and question set C. No doubt, same questions are there for question set B, question set D, or question set A. So I request you, now I am giving the model answer key of set A. Same questions you may get in different question set. For example, which question has first number in question set A? That question has 61 number in question set C. So when I read the questions and options, so you must get the proper question in your question set and then tick mark the model answer. Okay, so now I am reading question set A, first question. So question was, which of the following explains exploratory research? So of course its model answer is B. What is the answer? The cause of a social and economic phenomena. So next number, who employed a technique, a poetical prose in his work Confessions of an English Opium Eater? So no doubt it is very well known work by Thomas De Quincey. So option D, Thomas De Quincey. So next number 3, who has penned the novel A Few Green Leaves? So it was written by Barbara Pym. So question number 3 and model answer is C, Barbara Pym. So 4 number, when did Arun Kolatkar publish his masterpiece Jejuri? So no doubt it was published in 1976, means option C. Question number 5, in the phrase a cup of milk, the relation between cup and milk is paradigmatic, means option A, paradigmatic. So question number 6, which of the following plays is labeled as a domestic tragedy? Of course, by Joseph Addison, Cato. Option C, Cato is the model answer here. Next number 7, structuralist criticism is influenced by the ideas of, and its model answer is D, Ferdinand de Saussure. Option D, Ferdinand de Saussure. 8th number, in 1954, the first foreigner to be accepted as an Indian citizen was Harrier Elwin. Harrier Elwin had got the Indian citizenship in January 1954. So number 9, Raymond Williams, Culture and Society 1780 to 1950 catalogues 5 keywords that bear witness to a general change in ways of thinking of life, the social, political and economic institutions and their relations to learn, education and the arts. These are, so option D is the appropriate answer here, industry, democracy, class, art and culture. So option D for question number 9. 10 number, the term simulations and simulacra are associated with option C, Jean Baudrillard. Option C, Jean Baudrillard. 11th number, all sounds of English are articulated with, and its appropriate answer or model answer is option B, lemonic aggressive airstream mechanism. Lemonic aggressive airstream mechanism, option B. Next number 12, in which year did the British Parliament introduce the Drama Reform Bill in order to strengthen the native tradition of British drama? So in 1832, means option B here model answer. A 13 number, Exploratory studies are appropriate for some persistent phenomena like, and option B is here appropriate answer, sickness of social institution. Option B, sickness of social institution. Next, number 14. Jonathan Swift's The Battle of Books is an example of course, satire. So option C, satire is here model answer. Next, number 15. For the deconstructionists, meaning results from option A may be here model answer, the interplay of words not used. Option A. 16 number, Jawaharlal Nehru's Glimpses of World History was written serially in the forms of later, of course, his daughter Indira. So option C is here model answer. So next number, my friends, 17. Caste hierarchy and gender hierarchy are the organizing principles of the Brahminical social order and are closely interconnected. The conceptualized term for exploring these relationships as used by feminist historians like Uma Chakravarti is, and here option B is model answer, Brahminical patriarchy. Brahminical patriarchy. Option B, Brahminical patriarchy. 18 number, P.M. Nityananda's novel Long Long Days it is a campus novel, means option D, campus novel. 19 number, who is the narrator in Browning's, means Robert Browning's poem My Last Duchess? So of course, the Duke of Ferrara, means option C, the Duke of Ferrara is here model answer. 20th number, a woman is not born but made. It is said by Simon de Beauvoir. Woman is not born but made is said by Simon de Beauvoir. Next number, what should the researcher primarily do for formulating a research problem? So you have to read 4 options carefully and then think. For example, here just I am reading for your information. Review the relevant literature, consult the research guide, discuss with the experts, discuss with co-researcher. But first means given options and then you have to choose appropriate answer. So A is the first step. For example, review the relevant literature. Then you should discuss with the expert, with your guide, no doubt. So relevant literature you must refer. So option A is here model answer. Next number, Niraj Chaudhary's The Autobiography of Unknown Indian is dedicated to his, and here option A, memory of the British Empire in India. It is the model answer. 23rd number, who is the first American dramatist to ever receive the Nobel Prize? Of course, Eugene O'Neill. Eugene O'Neill has got Nobel Prize for literature. Okay. 24 number, which of the following ages does Pope belong to? Which of the following ages does Pope belong to? So here they have given Romantic age, Restoration age, Neoclassical age and Caroline. So option C is here appropriate model answer. Next number, 25th of question set A. Vowels of English are produced with, so you should read all options, but option C is here appropriate, open approximation. Option C, open approximation. 26 number, Eugene O'Neill's play on the psychology of colonialism and imperialism is option C, Emperor Jones. Emperor Jones is here model answer. 27 number, the concept of negative capability is said to have been coined by well-known romantic poet by John Keats. So option B is here model answer, John Keats. 28 number. Mahatma Gandhi set to the task of making himself an English gentleman in, and South Africa is an appropriate answer here. So option C, South Africa. Next number 29. Scholastic, familial, religious, publishing and distribution, cultural, information and news, etc., and their various associated institutions comprise in Algerian theory is option C. What is the option? The ideological state apparatus. The ideological state apparatus is here model answer. Question number 30. Franz Fanon's Reached of the Earth is about dot dot. So about post-colonialism. Post-colonialism, option A. 31 number. What is the main object of fundamental research? Fundamental research. So option D is here the model answer, the advance of frontiers of knowledge, because question is related to fundamental research. So you may think option A, for example, to solve social problems, to solve educational problems, to solve commercial problems. These are action research. These mottos or objects are related to action research, and they had asked fundamental research. So option D, the advance of frontiers of knowledge, it is related to fundamental research. Okay. A 32 number. Who wrote the Jungle Book? So no doubt it is very well known work by Rudyard Kipling. Option B, Rudyard Kipling. Next number 33. Salman Rushdie's novel Shame is written on the political situation in Pakistan. So option C, and that novel is also set in Pakistan. Okay, so the political situation in Pakistan means option C is the model answer here. 34th number. Who among the following poets wrote When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed? So American poet Walt Whitman. He wrote When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloom. Option B. 35th number. A WH question in English is spoken with. So actually it is a confused question. If you know the answer and if you try to construct the question, that time your tone should be rising. But if you do not know the answer, and for getting information, if you are constructing the question, that time your tone should be falling. So here I go with falling tone. I go with falling tone. For example, when did you call me? Suppose I do not know, and just that time I am asking you, when did you call me? So tone should be falling if you do not know the answer. Okay. So I go with option A. 36 number. Who is the author of Theatre of the Hindus? So option A, H. H. Wilson. Option A, H. H. Wilson. 37th number. Myth criticism is associated with option A, Northrop Frye. Northrop Frye is associated with myth criticism. Next number 38. A self-willed girl who attended London and Cambridge universities for 3 years and came without degree and later became a famous poet. Option B is here model answer, Sarojini Naidu. Option B. 39 number. Which of the following texts is mentioned by Edward Said in Culture and Imperialism, which was published in 1994 as a prototypical modern realist novel, and certainly not Accidentally, it is about a European who creates a fiefdom for himself on a distant non-European island. So I go with option A, Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe, option A. 40th number. Green studies is another name for eco-criticism. Green studies, it is another name for eco-criticism. Option A is here model answer. So now in question set A, question 41 to 44. So you have to read paragraphs and then answer 4 questions. So you may be very happy because questions were very simple. Generally, near about 2 or 3 questions, they confuse us. But here, 4 questions were simple. Okay. So I hope you might have attempted 4 questions, and I'm sure you will get 4 questions, means 8 marks definitely. So 41 question. What makes Waverley visit the Highland? So that time you should give the answer which is available in that given paragraph. Okay. So I go with B, his romantic disposition. B option, his romantic disposition. Question number 42. Who saves Waverley from going to prison? So I go with Rose. Option C, Rose. 43 number. What did the success of novel Waverley do to Walter Scott's career? So I go with option A. He turned decisively from poetry to fiction. Poetry to fiction. Option A. And last question of given para. The meaning of the word anonymous is, so I go with option C, anonymous. So pronunciation may be you think same, but there is difference in spelling. So option C, anonymous. 45 number. What is the main motive for research? So be conscious. Question is asked related to research, not to invention. So if you think research, that is the search, research, not invention. So I go with option D, study for more knowledge. Study for more knowledge. D. 46 number. Salman Rushdie's The Jaguar Smile is a travelogue. Travelogue. So option A. Question number next, 47. V.S. Naipaul's novel The Mystic Major is set in option A, here is model answer, Trinidad. The Mystic Major is set in Trinidad by V.S. Naipaul. Option A. Next number 48. Which of the following poems was not written by John Donne? So there are 4 options, but option C, The Definition of Love, so it was written by Andrew Marvell. So option C is here model answer. Okay. From the following list, 49th number, select the author who commented critically on the limitations of Indian scholarship on classical drama of India. So I go with Henry H. Wells or H. H. Wells. Option C. Number 50. The number of cardinal vowels as devised by Daniel Jones is option B, 8. The number of cardinal vowels but devised by Daniel Jones. So option B is here model answer 8. So next number 51. Liberal humanism sees the individual as, so I go with option C, unified and self-determining. Option C. Next number 52. Who wrote Literature and Dogma? So of course you know option A is here model answer, Matthew Arnold. Number 53. Who is the author of the book India Recalled? And here model answer is Cornelia Sorabji. India Recalled was written by Cornelia Sorabji. So option C is here model answer. Next, number 54. Edward Said talks about. So Edward Said talks about. Option A is here model answer Orientalism. Option A, Orientalism. Next, number 55. The word sing song is an example of. So option D is here model answer compounding word. Sing song. Next, number 56. In which play did the French dramatist Jean Anouilh modernize the Greek myth? And option C is here model answer Antigone. Option C, Antigone. Next, number 57. Studying a text without taking into account any outside influence is one of the main features of. Option C is here model answer phenomenological criticism. Option C, phenomenological criticism. Next, number Spenser's epithalamion is, of course, it is nuptial song or wedding hymn. So model answer is here option C, a wedding hymn. Spenser's epithalamion. Next, number 60. R.K. Narayan's first novel, Swami and Friends, was published in, the year is 1935. Means option C. Next, number 61. Cornelia Sorabji and Sarojini Naidu were prominent poets in public life and associated with. So, slight difference. Option A and option B, you may be confused. But here option A is model answer. Women's causes and politics during British rule. So, I go with option A. Next, number 62. Adopt, adapt, adapt are phases in option A, post-colonialism. Post-colonialism. Next, number 63. Who wrote the biography The Great Indian Way, Life of Mahatma Gandhi? So it was written by Raja Rao. So option B is here model answer Raja Rao. Next, number 64. In John Dryden's essay on dramatic poesy, who represents Dryden? So option B, Eugenius, represents John Dryden. So option B, Eugenius, is here appropriate or model answer. Next, number. In which among the following the author is replaced by reader as the central agency in criticism? So option B is here model answer applied linguistics. Applied linguistics. 67 number. Select from the list the title of the book by Edward Said which discusses the relationship between imperial culture and development of novel. So option D is here model answer. And what is the name? Culture and Imperialism. Culture and Imperialism. Okay. So D is here model answer. 68 number. In which city was James Joyce's novel Ulysses published on 2nd February 1922? So it was published in Paris. So option C is here model answer Paris. Milton's Paradise Regained is a sequel of course, option C, Paradise Lost. Option C, Paradise Lost. Next, number 17th. Which of the following words is an example of blending? So, if you read 4 options, so these are suffixes and prefixes. But telephone is here appropriate answer. So Option B, telephone. Next, number 71, question set A. Okay. A minimal distinctive unit in the sound system of a language is called minimum distinctive unit. And so if you read options, so option C is model answer here, and that is phoneme. Option C, phoneme. 72 number. T.S. Eliot's first play was, and answer is option D, Sweeney Agonists. Sweeney Agonists. 73 number. The conjunction neither nor is an example of. So option A is here model answer, syntactic negation. Neither nor is an example of syntactic negation. So I go with option A as a model answer. 74 number. The term foregrounding is associated with foregrounding, and it is associated with option B, the Prague School. The Prague School, option B. 75 number. Which foreign publishing house first published Tagore's translation of Gitanjali? And it was published by Macmillan London. So option D is here model answer, Macmillan London. So next, number 76. The words an architect by profession, he gave to his novels a design that was architectural, employing each circumstances in the narrative to one accumulated effect. Speak volumes of the craftsmanship of. Here option A is the model answer, Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy, because an architect by profession. So he was architect by profession. So I go with Thomas Hardy. Option A. Next, number 77. Who succeeded Wordsworth, William Wordsworth, as the poet laureate? So 1850 William Wordsworth died, and after that Alfred Lord Tennyson became poet laureate. So option B is here model answer. 78 number. The theorist who discusses about actual reader and implied reader is option C, Wolfgang Iser. Option C, Wolfgang Iser. So 79 number. Jacques Derrida draws attention to the necessity of borrowing one's concepts from the text of a heritage which is more or less coherent or ruined. He argues that therefore every discourse is ... and every discourse is play. So I go with option A. So 80 number. Who among the following poets wrote the poem entitled Brooklyn Bridge? So Hart Crane wrote that poem, Brooklyn Bridge. So here A, option A is model answer. 81 number. Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein is an example of, and I go with Gothic novel, option B, Gothic novel. 82 number. Sir David Lynch's satire of the Three Estates is called, and it is very well known, morality play. So I go with option D, morality play. So 83 number. The Japanese film version of Macbeth done by Akira Kurosawa was titled as Thorn of Blood. So option A is here model answer, Throne of Blood. Throne of Blood. Okay. 84 number. In the sentence is the man who won the Nobel Prize, underline who won the Nobel Prize, is an economist. the underlying linguistic unit is, what is the underlying linguistic unit? Who won the Nobel Prize? So it is relative clause. Relative clause. So model answer is option B. Next number. Who said that the modern Western world is the grip of so-called discourses? So it was said by Foucault-Michel. Option B. Next number. Longinus on the sublime is written in, and that was written in essay form. On the sublime, that was written in essay form. So I go with A. Longinus on the sublime is written in essay form. Option A. So 88 number. Appeals to the Christian public is written by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy is the model answer here, means option B. So 89th number. In which of the following novels does the character of Lovelace appear? And that character Lovelace appear, I so go with option B, Clarissa. Lovelace character is appeared in novel Clarissa. Option B. So 90th number. J.M. Synge is known for paganism in his much discussed play, and that play is The Riders to the Sea, because Man and the Superman, the family reunion, the world dead. No. So only The Riders to the Sea by J.M. Synge, Irish poet, writer, novelist, who attributes his novelistic negotiations of tradition and modernity to the double burden on the soldiers, the Alps of European tradition and the Himalayan of my Indian past. So B. Raja Rao. Option B for 91 question number. B. Raja Rao. So next, 92. The touchstone method was introduced into literary criticism. Touchstone method. So it was introduced by Matthew Arnold. So when you try to choose any option, so I request all of you read all options, then recollect in your mind, and then try to give your best, because be conscious there are 100 questions, 100. So 20-30 questions are easy, 20-30 questions are much easy, but after that difficulty level, you have to fight with that difficulty level, and then 10 or 20 questions are tough questions here. So it is easy question you think, but in that pressure, when you try to circle or when you think in your mind, so don't get confused. If you determine in your mind, I go with Matthew Arnold, be confirmed, don't change your option, you may get good result. Okay, so I go here with Matthew Arnold. 19.3. The Foucauldian understanding power is, and option A is here model answer, centered upon the political body of the sovereign. Centered upon the political body of the sovereign, option A. So 94th number. Richard Hogarth is associated with, and Richard Hogarth is associated with cultural studies, means option D, cultural studies. So now there are only 6 questions. So friends, now I am giving the answer of 95, 96, 97. No doubt you should refer near about original material related to examinations. You should read, but at least once you should read, overlook original material, and then automatically you may get step by step recollection of our English literature, history of English literature, and that time you may not get confusion, this option or that option. because I meet very genius students, but they miss 5 or 10 questions. Sir, it was the answer, but unfortunately that time I circled or I gave that answer. So refer original material and then give your best. So now question number 95. Beauties in vain their pretty eyes may roll. The charm strike the sight, but merit wins the soul. So now you know these lines are from the rape of the lock. But now they didn't ask you who wrote these lines or in which work we may get. No, no. Now they gave the name, the rape of the lock. Now they asked Canto. Canto. Easily you can say, sir, it was written by Alexander Pope. But it is tough question now. You know the writer, you know the literary work, but they asked particular canto. And so here model answer is A, canto fifth. So 96 number, which was not the early English history play in the following list. So if you read four options, Ralph Royster, it was comedy and that was not the history play. So I go with option C. Louis Montrose' essay Shaping Fantasies is a fine example for, so option A, New Historicism. New Historicism. So it is the fine example. Okay, so I go with option A. So some audience, some students may be new. So friends, my name is Dr. G.S. Deshmukh. No doubt I qualified SET NET in English literature, and then I pursued my PhD also in English, and that's why I prepared this answer key. So tally this model answer key with your responses and after result. So please reply me in my chat box, sir, out of 100 I got these, or if you have any doubt you should also ask me, sir, I am confused here. So please, 98 number, last three questions. Influenced by Saussure in understanding language as a systematic of structured difference, long signifies, long and parole. So I go with option D, the formal rules and conventions that organize language. Option D, the formal rules and conventions that organize language. Last but one, Philip Sidney's Astrophel and Stella was written in the year, so it was written in 1579. In some books you may get also 1580, no doubt, but there is not 1580, so you should go with option C, 1579. Last and best, in which year was Tobias Smollett's novel The Adventures of Roderick Random first published? So I go with option C, 1748. So it was the model answer key. Check your responses and I wish you all the best. Thank you, my friends.